Common to hardwood trees, root suckers and stump sprouts are forms of vegetative reproduction that produce clones of the parent tree. Trees that root sucker easily include aspen, American beech, black locust, black gum, and tree of heaven or ailanthus, an aggressive exotic species. Root suckers can be encouraged by cutting the individual tree or by disturbance that impacts roots. A second form of vegetative reproduction that produces clones of the parent tree is stump sprouts. Some tree species reproduce relatively well from stump sprouts, sending up shoots that develop from dormant buds that remain hidden just under the bark. Under certain conditions, such as after harvesting or a fire that kills the upper stem, these buds will start to grow. They're an important source of regeneration in hardwood forests. Red maple, oaks, and basswood are excellent stump sprout producers. Because multiple dormant buds respond to death of the upper stem, it is possible to identify sprout origin trees even after many years. They will often have multiple stems, although the stump may no longer be visible. Normally, even if a dozen or more buds sprout, they will thin themselves over time so that only 2 or 3 stems will remain. This chart illustrates a study conducted in Pennsylvania State Forest. In oak-dominated stands, 68% of the overstory originated from sprouts, and only 32% originated from seeds. This graph illustrates the comparison of stump diameter to stump sprouting probability. The x-axis shows the stump diameter in inches. The y-axis shows the probability that a stump will contribute a stem to the future forest stocking. Red maple, chestnut oak, white oak, black oak, and red oak were evaluated for their potential to contribute a stem to the future forest stand. For red maple, regardless of the stump diameter, this species exhibits very high sprouting potential. Chestnut oak is in the white oak group. Notice that it retains much better sprouting potential than white oak. White oak has the lowest probability of sprouting. Black oak and red oak are in the middle of the pack. The conclusion is that trees pretty good at contributing sprouts to augment seedling regeneration are red maple, chestnut oak, and red oak. Less likely to contribute are black oak and white oak. Additionally, small diameter stumps have higher sprouting potential than large diameter stumps. It is possible to manage stump sprouts. When multiple sprouts occur and are left to self-thin through competition, tree quality can suffer as the stem or stems will form wood that yields poor quality lumber. Therefore, commonly recommended but seldom done practice is to thin stump sprouts. This is easier to do in small harvest areas and important on better growing sites. However, it is best to wait until the sprouts are above adjacent competition and above browsing height of deer, which is generally taller than 5 feet. Also, sprout thinning should occur before sprouts are greater than 5 inches in diameter. Thin to no more than 2 per stump. Select stems with the lowest origin on the stump. Ideally, the stems should be opposed to each other on the parent stump. Regenerating is a process and requires planning. When managing a forest for natural regeneration, consider and promote regeneration sources such as root suckers and stump sprouts.